Hi, this is Martin Drummond with Progressive News. It's Sunday, April 7th, 2019. And I don't often do this, but I want to differ with Kyle Kulinski here. Let me turn this down just a little bit more.
So there was an incident on a college campus that apparently spiraled out of control. This is in AZ Central, Arizona Central. They say 2 students at the University of Arizona will be charged with misdemeanors after a video showing them protesting a Customs and Border Protection event on campus went viral. UA President Robert Robbins, that is a pretty funny name, announced Friday. The potential charges stem from a Border Patrol presentation to a student club, the Criminal Justice Association, on campus on March 19th. A video of the incident showed 2 Border Patrol agents in a classroom giving a presentation, with people outside the door recording them and calling them Murder Patrol, murderers, and an extension of the KKK. After the agents leave the classroom, a group followed them until they left campus, chanting Murder Patrol. Video footage on social media shows. Conservative media and commentators shared the video on social media and blogs as an example of free speech issues on college campuses. In the letter sent to students posted online, Robbins said the protest represented a dramatic departure from our expectations of respectful behavior and support for free speech on this campus. Now, they also go on to say, UA police determined Friday that they, quote, will be charging 2 students involved in the incident with interference with the peaceful conduct of an educational institution, which is a misdemeanor. A Class 1 misdemeanor could result in up to 6 months of jail time, and UA police will also continue to investigate the matter for potential additional criminal violations. Okay, so let's walk through this. There's an event on a college campus where they invited Border Patrol people to give a speech. I guess it's some sort of, law enforcement enthusiast group on campus, and they invited them, and these people came and they gave a speech. And there were people who were disrupting it as protesters, calling them Murder Patrol and an extension of the KKK and whatnot. Okay, so first of all, do I agree that Border Patrol is an extension of the KKK? No. I think that goes a little bit too far.
He's laughing, but aren't they an extension of the KKK?
We have, throughout the country, groups of armed men, mostly white men, that see themselves as a defense against the federal government.
Armed protesters are vowing to occupy a federal building in Oregon for as long as it takes.
3 members of a right-wing militia were arrested.
Armed supporters pointing guns at federal law enforcement officers.
Okay, so we have these patriot groups, or whatever you want to call them, down on the border, and I would be willing to bet that we usually don't hear about anything that they do. So, like, if they murder somebody, dig a shallow grave, who's gonna know, right? I would be willing to bet that if not KKK, some of them are Aryan Nation, what have you, right? I mean, you would be surprised at how many people are. I just got out of jail in February, and when I was in jail, typical average white people that you wouldn't think of as being racist. I mean, serious racist, not just, oh, I don't like black people or something like that. They just meld in with the rest of the population. It's not like you know who they are until you maybe get into a serious conversation with them. But a lot of them are bikers and militia members and stuff like that. Now, the Border Patrol itself. So I can say automatically that the Border Patrol, because this is an NPR, or this was about, it was a couple of different sites that I went to. Mother Jones, this is the newamerican.com, that had investigations of these militia groups that are doing border patrol on their own, but with the border patrol knows who they are and supports them. Now, so right there you can say that the border patrol is in cahoots with right-wing nationalists. But what about the border patrol itself, right? So here's a guy, supervisor for the U.S. Border Patrol, killed a woman with whom he was, he didn't just kill her and her 1-year-old child, but he was also romantically involved with her. I mean, right here I'm just pointing out that the Border Patrol not only has a problem with itself, has a problem, but has no accountability. I mean, they hire these people. Shouldn't they be held responsible for what these people do? Now, as far as, I couldn't get an exact number of how many people Border Patrol has actually killed at the border, unarmed. You know, oh, this guy threw a rock at me, so I shot him through the fence. I mean, that's one that I read that I didn't run across in this particular thing. But what does this one say? However, reports from Border Patrol agency failed to come up with a solid account of the facts. Although at first they assured that the agent was attacked by immigrants with blunt objects, the federal agents said last Friday, and this is where they shot this and left her there. I think they were hoping that nobody would notice her dead body. Finally, some people went and got her dead body and brought it to the attention of the media, or maybe the police, I don't know. But she was murdered, and I'm sure it would be a lot of people are murdered by Border Patrol. And Border Patrol, it says here, in 2010 near San Diego, Border Patrol beat and tasered my husband Anastasio while he was hog-tied and face down on the pavement. They tortured him to death despite his repeated pleas for help. According to a recent report from, this is dated December 14th, 2018, Washington Post, a 7-year-old Guatemalan child died after being apprehended by Border Patrol agents in Chihuahuan Desert of New Mexico. Her cause of death was dehydration and shock. The Department of Homeland Security says they followed their normal protocol and screening the girl. So, I mean, you got to hold everybody responsible, right? I mean, you can't just say, oh, Homeland Security did it, or some patriot militia group or whatever. I mean, they're all in it together, and they all, and so I'm going to differ with Kyle here. I'm going to differ with Kyle. I don't agree with him, and I'll tell you what the most important point is here. I've lived on, or gone to a lot of colleges, universities, and I can tell you right now, if you're paying to go to school and you're a part of that school, you have a right to your opinion as to who. I mean, I certainly don't want the KKK on my campus giving a speech. I mean, I would get really riled up if I was a student at, Hunter College, New York City, CUNY, whatever, or University of St. Thomas, certainly if I was going to school back in California where I went to college, we wouldn't put up with it, man. I mean, we do a lot worse than what they're doing here. I mean, we would make them leave. And Border Patrol, you know, we've been putting up with this shit all my life. I remember how they used to invite the military and the police into job fairs, job days. You know, the schools all have a day set aside where all the students, they set up booths and all the students, and there's speeches and stuff. Well, I thought it was really obnoxious to let the military come in and recruit like that. I really did. I really think so too. Even when, I mean, I'm thinking of something from 3rd or 4th grade. I was already like, God damn, man, what are these people doing here? You know, I mean, NASA or the Coast Guard or something, maybe. But, hey, boys, what's that song, you know? Get your gun and we're going to Vietnam. Jesus Christ. I mean, no, Kyle, I can't agree with you. I don't think these people should be allowed on campus. And I think you should look at it from the point of the students, because they're defending their campus. And I think you're missing that. I think you're missing the point that they're right about border control. Now, to give Kyle the benefit of the doubt, and he's actually right about one thing, and that's that the students shouldn't be charged for doing this. You know, I mean, maybe the university ought to be sued for creating this situation in the first place. You know, didn't they know that this was going to cause such hard feelings? You know, they could have done it off campus. They could have invited the same people to go to a building off campus if they felt so strongly about letting these people have a say. I think that these people, Border Patrol, these agencies, they probably have offices and stuff. They can invite the students to go to their offices and see some kind of speech or something. But no, Kyle, I'm not going to agree with you here. I fall squarely on the side of the students. I think that people should be suing the cops and the... I mean, I just saw a whole bunch of stories the other day about how, where is it that they're trying to get a personal, or there's a university, which one is it? Anyway, it's trying to get its own police force, and the students are all upset because so far the reason that the university is trying to get its own police force is because the security on campus has been at odds with the students constantly, mostly black students. And the black students feel like, because it's white security guards, you know, campus security, and the black people feel like they're picking on them, that the white security is picking on them, and that now they want to bring in cops. I mean, basically, they're doubling down. Kyle, we gotta fight this. I mean, we can't do this. You know, it stinks of Kent State. And there probably will be deaths. You start letting these campuses militarize against people who they don't like their opinion, and you're going to see people get killed. You know? This is Martin Drummond with Progressive News. Hope you enjoyed my segment. Thanks.